Hey Cancer, welcome to your June 2025 reading. Welcome to June. Your season is coming up, so there's a lot to anticipate in terms of your birth season or your season in general, Cancer placements. Let's see what's in store for you this June. Beacon of light. Create a container for your energy so you remain in your own frequency. Stay in your strong sense of self. Gorgeous. In fact, you're going to have a lot of energy to contain and to build with Jupiter going in your sign. This is going to be a beautiful period for you Cancers, and an opportunity to perhaps do the things in life you've always wanted to do. I got this message before recording, and the message was, you've been holding yourself back. You've been holding yourself back from doing something that is very possible for you to do or to achieve or to become, to embody. I feel like Jupiter going in your sign is going to show you how capable you are, how in fact it is your birthright. Optimal self. Dense energies must be left behind in order for you to align with higher frequencies. So there's a bit of a theme here with beacon of light and higher frequencies, optimal self. I feel like this is a great, I'm going to use a different choice of words actually. This is a time of reset. This is a time of realignment. Perhaps even surrendering what no longer fits into the narrative of what it would mean to be your optimal self. So maybe some of the excuses that get in the way, some of the self-criticism, the self-harshness, the areas or the times in life when you are cruel to yourself. Maybe you could stand to release that now. Dense energies must be left behind in order for you to align with higher frequencies. I feel like this is a time of emerging, becoming, okay, your truest, your highest, but also your deepest self. So there's I'm seeing sort of an unraveling or an unfoldment here of you tapping into, you remembering, you unlocking or activating your deepest and truest self, your most optimal self here. Okay, we have these two cards. We have amplified power, number 44. Wow. And the path, number 33. So we have repeat numbers, very symbolic, very significant, almost really inviting us to pay attention here. Your energy is being amplified. You hold the power of the ascended masters. And that you will, with Jupiter going into your sign, there's going to be lessons, there's going to be ascension, there's going to be opportunities unlocked. Opportunities to maybe step out of your comfort zone and do the things in life you've always wanted to do, but you have felt afraid or ashamed or uncertain about, and any sort of hesitancy. You're going to be presented with the path here, despite your doubt, Your path is clear. Oh, this is divine. This is divine, Cancer. I knew I was not to rush this reading and just try to channel these messages for you until the message was fully baked here. Cancer, let's see. Messages for the beautiful sign of Cancer. We have the Ace of Wands off the bat. This is light. This is you following your light, your joy. What is wanting to be born or expanded from within you right now? It could be as mundane as playing with different colors, different ways of dressing yourself, different ways of showing up in this world, to much larger themes like what next steps you're going to take, where you're meant to move to, what you're meant to do for a living, etc. I was told to just pause right there because there's a deeper message here to the beacon of light. It's not just the masculine way of doing and showing up and attaining some sort of achievement or attainment of a goal. Ace of Wands is soul. It's frequency, it's energy. It's the energy you give off. You're meant to create a container for your energy so you remain in your own frequency. It starts from within, I'm getting. It starts from within. Something's being born. Okay, the light, the joy, the spark is returning back to your life. Giving way for you to be this optimal self here. Jupiter comes with blessings and it transforms. Let's see. Queen of Wands. A lot of fire energy, a lot of light, a lot of passion, a lot of spark, a lot of joy, a lot of being brave, being daring, being adventurous here. Try stuff you haven't tried before here in June, Cancer. Be it, a new fruit you've never tried before. Today I tried jackfruit for the very first time. Try a new workout modality. Try a new type of music genre. Do a new activity. Introduce a new hobby. A new type of flavor into your life. Okay, there's something about newness or exploring the foreign. Okay, beyond what you know, beyond also what you're familiar with. That's the way to put it. Beyond what you're familiar with. There's more in this life for you to experience, to explore. Also, with all this fire energy, I really am getting this strong message to say, get out there in the sun, okay? Get out there in the sun. The sun recharges. The sun cleanses. The sun heals, obviously in moderation. It revitalizes. So whenever you see sunlight out there, wherever you live, take advantage. Step outside. If you work indoors, but you see that there's some sun, go outside for that 15-minute break. Okay, 9 of Wands. This is the resistance that I feel like you're called to leave behind, or you're called to just fully release. Cancer, you're a water sign. It's all about flow. It's all about flexibility in a sense. when you're in your optimal energy. So what are you holding on to? What struggle, what identity, what story are you holding on to that is actually getting in the way of you tapping into this beautiful ascended space here, this ascended energy or your power? Where are you telling yourself stories of powerlessness, of victimization, of, I wish I could, but because of XYZ, I can't. What stories are you telling yourself about what you can and cannot do in this lifetime, in this current body of yours? There could be this call to shift your perspective. We have the path here. It almost looks like the path was written in the stars. And Jupiter coming into your sign. And you don't have to be a Cancer sun, obviously, to benefit from Jupiter being in Cancer. We all have Cancer in our charts. There is an activation here, but there's also a story that's unfolding, a new story. A new story is what I want to highlight here. Emperor. You got pure fire here, Cancer, which is extraordinary to me. Being a water sign. The fire is here. The spark is back. You're going to start to feel more energetic. I believe that I'm not sure, was it Mars that was retrograde this year? Or Mars in Cancer could have been really tough for you. You're going to start to pick up your energy. You're going to start to find joy in your everyday experiences. The Emperor is also showing you here that not only for many of us, the story is written in the stars, but the Emperor here is showing us that you have agency, you have choice, you have sovereignty over your life. A lot is sort of detailed in the stars, but you still have choices to make. So for example, your birth chart may say that you'll be the most successful person in the world, but if you don't show up to the certain tasks that are needed, you will not be able to access that. And the reverse is true. If there's hardship, if there's challenges in your birth chart, the Emperor is also that chance to take control of your life and make it the best life you can make it. Okay, the Emperor says you are in charge here. You have more say, more agency over your life and your path that maybe you have allowed yourself to believe. And I really think June is a really beautiful month, a beautiful invitation, Cancer, to do stuff that is out of your comfort zone, to try the thing you've always wanted to try. And it could be so silly and embarrassing to even admit out loud. Like, I've always wanted to try that Pilates class or that dance class or learn that language, but there's something inside of me just holding me back, but there's no valid reason. You want to challenge this month any voice inside that tells you you can't do something. That's what the boost, the confidence, the Queen of Wands and the Emperor is going to give you this month. It's being activated. Now, you're in your power to use this energy or not. The choice is yours. Once again, I want to remind you, despite your doubt, your path is clear. So there is an inner knowing. There is an inner knowing of what steps you're meant to take, what you're meant to do. You may have been feeling inklings to get out of your comfort zone, to try new things. Even if it's scary, embarrassing, you feel silly, foolish for even having the desire to try something, this is a month to do so. We also have psychic conversations, so pay attention to your dream state. Dreams is coming up so much. Dreams, there's hidden messages in there. Okay, so you're also tapping into that mystic within, where you're getting and receiving these either blatant or cryptic messages, depending. Okay, you could also be experiencing a lot of deja vu as of recently. You may want to keep a dream journal or some sort of psychic journal where you're getting these downloads or these maybe bumping into these circumstances that are too synchronistic, too special to just be a happenstance. Psychic conversations. Let's see what that's about. 29. Number 29. Let's see. Many of us have feelings that have remained unexpressed for years, or situations in our lives that have been left unresolved for too long. Psychic connection is a gentle and respectful way to communicate with another person. It speaks directly to their heart and allows you to go directly to the heart of the matter. Now is an excellent time for you to have a psychic conversation. By using this technique, you can clear up a misunderstanding, revive a friendship, deepen the level of communication, make requests, and express very personal feelings of all kinds. Interesting. You are the beacon of light, and there's something about your energy that is so powerful this month that people can feel it. People can feel it. People can feel when you're confident, when you're showing up as the leader of your life, when you're showing up in your power. They can also feel when you're giving your power away. So this teaches other people how to treat you, essentially. So show up in your power. Sometimes it's not about the words you use with people or the conversations you have in person. It's the energy felt in certain exchanges. We can all read energy. We don't have to be readers. We don't have to be psychics. We can all read energy. There's a little prompt here of how to conduct a psychic conversation. I'm going to put it here. You can pause the video and feel free to read through this if this is calling to you. Hopefully it's clear enough. Okay. Cancer, let's see. Passion and pleasure. Okay, savor your life. Savor your life. It's time to start enjoying life, Cancer, as well. It's not all work, no play. It's time to introduce some play into your life. And maybe that was something that wasn't validated, okay, in your experience. Maybe you've been raised to work hard all the time. There's no room for play or passion or pleasure. But I feel like in this time of your life is the time to tap in here, okay? Because there's going to be a treasure within this passion and pleasure, okay? So find joy in the moment, no matter what is occurring in your life. If you simply focus on what is splendid, wonderful, and pleasurable in the moment, everything improves. Live deliciously. Love often and live fully. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with the people experiences, and places that give you delight and joy. Let go of those people and things that don't appreciate or empower you. Give yourself permission to be happy. The sacred traveler wants you to know, when the traveler meets a band of gypsies, the traveler stops to dance into the early morning hours. Sometimes we get so caught up with wondering what's around the next bend and worrying about our current challenges that we forget to focus on what's great in the moment. You're not meant to simply work hard and be diligent and practical. Embrace pleasure wherever you can. Allow your senses to be satiated. Find and explore the beauty around you. You don't need to suffer to grow. You can grow spiritually by leaps and bounds through joy. Dance, eat well, and drink well. Share joy wherever you can. I love this. I also feel this coincides with the ways in which Jupiter can bring blessings and even lessons. And hidden treasures is through passion and pleasure. Obviously, there's always that caution tale of being, having moderation as well. Moderation is to keep us safe, right? But what a beautiful time to let loose a bit. What a beautiful time to enjoy life for what it is, not waiting for some end, some finish line or some future date or future version of you, or when you're retired, to stop and enjoy. Are there moments in your everyday experience with your current schedule, not having to change a thing, that you can find passion and pleasure? And if not, can you make it happen? Can you start doing some of the things that maybe you've been scared of doing, but that may unlock this passion and pleasure energy? Someone needs to do something they're scared of doing. And with that, something really phenomenal is going to happen. Let's get some final details here for Cancer. And then I'm going to pull your spirit animal message, so stay tuned. Coin toss. Okay, coin toss, crossroads. You have choices to make this month in June. It can go either way. Also, there's this energy of the butterfly effect. Very interesting how that sort of dropped in this row, very unintentionally. The butterfly effect. A ripple effect I'm getting. And it stems from you, and it stems from your energy, your light. Don't be afraid of holding space for yourself this month. But whether that's like solitude, connecting with yourself, journaling, taking walks alone, getting some sunshine, some air, maybe, if you like to get some sun, tanning a little bit outside or something, doing something that connects you to light, but also allows you to connect to your own inner light. Why is that coming through with this card? Because this either or energy is really dependent on if you allow yourself to be activated by this divine Jupiterian energy entering your sign precisely this week. But not only that, like beyond that, you have the energy here in the cards. There's something about holding space for a vision of yourself or a vision of the life that you want, and not being afraid to hold space for that until it manifests, until it comes true. You're at this 50-50 stage because this is just the beginning for you. This is just the beginning. We've been in so much retrograde energy. We've been held back in a sense, but it's time to let go of those stories of being held back and start recreating or writing new stories of openness, of the road clear for you to move, to flow, to enter. Okay, there's something about writing new stories. You have a lot of say in this. So containing your energy, containing your vision, okay, holding space for your vision, and don't let it go until it comes to light, till it comes into being. You have yoga here, which is powerful. Cancers can really benefit from the movement of yoga, dance, Pilates, flow, aquatics, swimming. Okay. Having some time alone, having a practice that is sacred to you. When I found out that with Mars in Cancer, I have Mars in Cancer, that some of the best exercises I can do is yoga and Pilates. And I remembered a time when I was doing that and I was very svelte. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to reintroduce these practices back into my life. Cancer, this could also be an invitation for you, because cancers, just like anybody else, can benefit from movement, but cancers in particular, because of how much you absorb, how much we absorb. And there's some energies and there's some interactions and there's some things we don't want to take in fully, and we need to have outlets to release. You have grapes and telephone coming through, so I feel like you're going to be receiving news about abundance or some sort of fulfillment, something coming to life, but also making sure that you hold space for this vision to come to life. It's like, you know, it's a beautiful time to plant seeds, not only metaphorically, but literally. And by end of summer, okay, there's going to be some harvest here. Yeah, okay. Connection, communication. This is coming through with psychic conversations. So there's also a lot of imagery or details coming to you in very psychic ways or mystical ways, or through the dream state, through maybe even the unspoken, through symbols. Maybe through a strong inner voice. There could be a powerful inner voice within you that is guiding you towards a very fruitful life. That's the voice you want to listen to. You do not want to listen to the voice of doubt. Okay. Feel the doubt, but proceed anyways. Okay, and then you have bedroom, sexual fulfillment, intimacy. If this area of your life has been stale or dry, it can start to really vamp up. It can start to get juicy again. You may find your urges coming back. You may, if you felt like you haven't been interested in partaking in this, you could feel more turned on. You have so much fire energy. You're going to feel attracted and attractive. We also have astral travel here. So yeah, the dreams. The dreams. A lot's going to be happening in your dream world. Okay, and so it goes without saying, shield, protect your energy, support your energy, contain it so you're not a sponge to outside energies that you don't necessarily want to pick up on, especially if it's a grouchy kind of energy or people around that doubt themselves or are jealous in any kind of way, shield is just a reminder, okay? Beacon of light. It says it here anyways in such a beautiful way. Create a container for your energy so you remain in your own frequency. Stay in your strong sense of self. There's more to the message. I was just guided to the guidebook. Protect and release energy that is not yours, as it will not serve you holding on to this. Set barriers and boundaries of what you can take on and in your auric sphere. Something about heat, sweat, movement, flow, showers, baths, getting by a body of water really help to release unwanted energies from your aura, from your auric field, and from within that you're holding on to. Spirit animal message for the sign of Cancer. We have falcon, strong vision, success. Strong vision, success. I am making space for the next version of me. She is coming. For the males out there, I am making space for the next version of me. He is coming. Very, very profound, as this is tying in everything here. These majestic birds possess remarkable clarity of vision, enabling them to spot prey from great distances and swoop down with precision to achieve their goals. Falcons remind us of the importance of having a clear vision for our lives. They encourage us to define our goals and dreams with clarity and focus, just as they focus their eyes on their prey. Falcons teach us to trust our inner vision and intuition, guiding us towards the path of success and fulfillment. They symbolize the importance of taking swift and decisive action to achieve our goals. With their incredible speed and agility, they demonstrate the power of determination and perseverance in the pursuit of success. The Falcon card urges us to trust in our abilities to seize opportunities with courage and confidence. Affirmations. Every day, I align my actions with my goals, creating the life I desire. I cultivate clarity of vision, allowing me to see beyond obstacles and setbacks. I am the master of my own destiny, and I create my own success. Mic drop from Spirit. How fitting, how appropriate for this reading. Cancer, I'm going to leave you on this note. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you got something from it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you want a personal reading, I am taking on some personal readings here in June. You can go ahead and book me on my website, theflourishingmystic.com. Have a beautiful month ahead. Happy birth season. Happy birthday to those of you born in June. Until next time.